Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just picked up my brand new Oculus Quest 2 and I am loving this thing. It is a lot of fun and will just completely amaze your mind. But here's the problem. I've already scratched one of my lenses by wearing glasses. So I wear contact lenses, so there's no issue there. But when I take my contacts out at night, I put my glasses on and I wanted to keep playing. So, trying to do things proper, I made sure that I installed the spacer. Okay, so Oculus includes a spacer with the unit. This is supposed to give you a little bit of extra space so that you can put the headset on with your glasses on and have enough room. So I did just that. Just snaps right on. And put this back together. And there you go. You have it. So I played for a couple of hours, not even a couple of hours probably, and had my glasses on the whole time, not realizing my glasses were actually rubbing up against the Oculus lenses. So the next day I started playing with my glasses off, had my contacts in, and sure enough I see a little mark on my right lens. Thankfully it's only on the right lens, and it's very small, but I do notice it when I'm playing. There's a little bit of a blur in that one spot when the light hits it just right. So, trying not to go into panic mode, I go online and do some research, and what do I come up with? Lots of people having this same problem. So, if you own the Oculus, be very, very cautious about wearing glasses with it. That spacer, not going to be enough in most cases. However, Polywatch. Everybody online is talking about Polywatch. I went on Amazon and got this for like $7 or $8, and I'm going to try it right now and see if this gets rid of the scratch. I think it will do the job from the other videos and reviews I have seen. So, I have also purchased these little bumpers, and comes in different sizes. I've got the largest bumper installed right now, and I've actually been using these now for several days. No more issues. The glasses cannot rub against the lenses, and I can't even tell these are installed. There's no comfort issues or anything like that. Works perfectly. So we'll talk about this more in a moment. But let's go ahead and take a look at this scratch. I want you to see it, and we're going to do a before and after. So the mark that we're trying to get to, it's really hard to see here, is actually right in there, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it on the camera. It's just a tiny little mark, and it does not wipe off. You can't just wipe it off like that. It's actually scratched onto the lens, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, I've got this stuff here called Polywatch, and people have said this stuff works really, really well. And I've seen it done a couple of different ways. So I can see the mark, and the mark is literally right there. That's about the size of the mark, the little scratch there. So got just a little dab on there. Now I've seen people use a microfiber cloth. I've seen people use a Q-tip. So I'm thinking I like the idea of using the Q-tip, and we're just going to sort of just polish this out. They say 2 to 3 minutes. Some people have maybe said 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just start polishing this out, staying in this one area. Hopefully this will actually work, and then what I'll do is when I'm done, I'll take the other cloth and I'll wipe off the excess Polywatch. Not putting a crazy amount of pressure, but I am, fairly firm here, just making sure this stuff is getting into those scratches. It's a shame these companies make these expensive devices and they can't protect the lenses better. They give you the spacer, which is supposed to help, and I had the spacer installed, and I was playing for well over an hour and never knew my glasses were even rubbing against the lenses. Honestly, it didn't even occur to me that that was actually happening until the next day when I noticed a little fine scratch. The funny thing is, when I do play with my glasses on, I don't really notice the scratch. But as soon as I play with just my contact lenses in, I notice the scratch. And it just depends on the light. If you're playing something kind of dark, don't really notice it that much. If you're playing something that has very bright white backgrounds and very well lit backgrounds, then the scratch is more apparent. Okay, so we're coming up almost to 2 minutes, and I've actually just about wiped all of this Polywatch off with the Q-tip. I'm going to have to completely clean this and reevaluate it and see if that scratch is gone. I can't really tell from this angle. I don't see it, but we'll find out here in a minute. Okay, so I think we're about 2 minutes in, and we're going to go ahead and take a very soft cloth like you would get with your glasses cleaning cloth here. I'm going to just wipe that off. Okay, and you know what? I actually do not see the scratch anymore. I do believe the light plays tricks on you, so you really got to look at it. Got all these reflections in the background, and you always want to be very careful you don't have direct light going into these lenses. I do have a light overhead I'm not terribly concerned with, but you don't want sunlight to ever hit these lenses. Just like a magnifying glass, it can get in there and it can burn the internal screen of this thing, and then Polywatch is not going to be able to fix that. Alright, I am looking at these lenses. I do not see any scratch whatsoever. That mark, from what I can tell, is completely gone. We had a little mark right here on my right lens, and it was like right in here, and it is completely gone. I don't see anything in there. That is good news. So there you go. Polywatch. Find it on Amazon. I think it was like $7.99 US dollars. Okay, now with that said, we have these bumpers. I got these on Amazon as well. They come in a little box, one for the left, one for the right, and then these are little silicone kind of rubbery pieces that snap on with different thicknesses. And I do believe there's like a few for each side, so you can pick whichever thickness you want. I went ahead and put the very thickest one on here so I was protected and covered, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works right now. So if you look at this, there are little notches around the edge, okay, and this thing is very uniquely shaped to actually match the shape of the lens. So it's only going to go on one way. Some people have said, hey, these don't fit the Oculus Quest 2, but they do. They do. If you look very, very, very closely, there are little notches, okay? There are little notches around the lens. There's a 1, 2, I think there's 3. Actually, yeah, there's 3 little notches that these rings are going to sit in. They're going to actually just lock into those. So all you got to do, okay, I'm going to take these gloves off. All you're going to do is you're going to take this, okay, and obviously orient yourself. You want to orient it so that it actually looks like it fits the lens, because it's very uniquely shaped. So I'm going to go one way, okay. So you can't put it if it's not going to line up right. So get it lined up right, and it helps too if you look at these little cutouts in the ring, these little tabs. Find the tab on the lens And if you know the shape is right and that one tab lines up, you should be good to go. It should just snap right on. Okay? So now, look, that thing is snug. I'm actually holding it by that ring. It is snug on there. Then you're going to want to take your rubber ring, and by the way, these are made by a company called AMVR, and it's actually printed on here, and I will show you the box they came in. This is the same shape, so you just have to get it where the shape matches, okay? And it's going to be the same thing. You've actually got little cutouts. You've got these little slots in the ring, and these little slots are going to slide right over these tabs that we just attached. So, get your shape. Okay, like I said, it only goes one way. You'll know when you get it. It's a little confusing, but you can take those little rings and line them up, and then you know. See, I'm getting a little confused here. Okay, I think it's going to be just like that. And sure enough, yeah. Okay, so then what you're going to do, you're going to insert that tab through the hole there, and then it grabs it. And then insert that one, insert that one. Okay, and now if you look, you can see the tab from the ring we inserted is now pushing through the hole on the actual ring itself, holding it in place. So I've already got this one, it's already on there. You can see the plastic is coming through the ring, and then it's just a matter of getting it lined up. So it looks like the AMVR logo, which is actually to the outside. The AMVR logo is right there to the outside. So it would be the same thing on this side, just reversed. So that gives me kind of a general place to start. And then what I'm going to do is find my tabs and just snap this thing on there. Something like. What I may need to do is take the rubber ring off first. We'll see here. Yeah, let's take the rubber ring off so we can get this piece on first. Okay, and you just have to line up your shape. I think it's going to go just like this right here. We'll put that tab in, and you can hear it snap. It is now snapped, it is locked in, and then you just need to go ahead and attach this piece right here. So I know that's going to go right over that. That's going to go right over that tab, and that's going to go right over that tab. Takes a little getting used to. And if you don't get it just right, you can actually rotate it. I just did that. And now they are both on there. So what this does is when you've got your glasses can now rest on these little rubber bumpers. There's no way for them to actually touch the Oculus lens. So, if you can see that or not, but if you're wearing the headset on your face, these will actually, they'll just bump up against the rubber bumpers now. These have worked really well for me. I know some have said they didn't like them, but I don't know why. I haven't had any issues. Then once you get all that done, I'm going to leave my spacer in this thing because you really do need all the room you can get. Now you've got these bumpers in here. Glasses come in different sizes, so you're going to need all the space you can get. And this is just the stock faceplate. This is not any type of add-on or third-party thing. Okay, we got that snapped on. It's good to go. Now I also purchased this guy right here. This is a silicone face mask. The material that comes with the stock one, it's very absorbable. This will absorb sweat. If you're playing an intense game and you're sweating a lot, this is going to absorb a lot of sweat and not be very clean or hygienic at all, especially if you're sharing it with other players. So the silicone one wipes up beautifully. I've had this on for a few days. I was able to take some Clorox wipes and just wipe it off when I was done. I felt like it was a lot cleaner, a lot more hygienic, and it's pretty comfortable. The only complaint I have had, and it doesn't do it every time, but sometimes the nose piece down here, it will actually kind of pinch my nose where I'm having a little bit of a hard time breathing through my nose. So, you just have to adjust it and get it right. And what I have found is the easiest way to put this thing on is take the stock face mask off, okay, and then just slide it over. Slide it over the edge. There's not really much to it. You're gonna see it just slides right over nice. It's got a little lip here that just slides over the hard plastic. There's a little plastic lip around the stock mask, so this thing grabs it nicely. It is now locked all the way around. Okay, it's beautiful, and got the spacer on there. It doesn't affect it in any way. And then when you're putting this thing on, you're going to have a flat edge at the top, and then obviously this is the nose part. So when you look at the actual Oculus, the flat part goes where the strap is. So just lay it in here like this, and you just got to kind of play around with it. But you'll snap it in place, and I think we're good to go here. It is snapped in. Now the only downside to having these little bumper things in here, with this silicone face mask came a nice left and right lens cover that just snaps right over the lenses to protect them when not in use. Unfortunately, that no longer fits. It will not fit over that. So what I do is I make sure I store this thing down, and I just put my microfiber cloth over the lenses, just like that right there. Keeps all the light out, keeps the dust out, keeps it protected, and you are good to go now. Nice and clean. No worry of scratching your lenses, and if you do scratch them, get your Polywatch, and you should be good to go. And one final look, I do not see that scratch. It is gone. So, pretty cheap way to fix this. More advisable way would be not to scratch it to start with. And I'm going to show you the other pieces that come with these lens protectors. Okay, so this is the package right here. These were $20 on Amazon, $19.99. AMVR anti-scratch. So when you open the box, you're going to actually get all different sizes and colors. So you'll actually get 3 of the blue ones in different sizes, different thicknesses, 3 of the red ones in different thicknesses, and then you get the same thing in black if you don't want the colors. So if you're worried about the red and blue colors and you just don't care for that, you can go with the black ones and everything will match nicely. But I didn't mind the blue and red. And then I also got this really cool, it's a left and right lens cover, but unfortunately it just doesn't really work with these bumpers on here. They will sit on there, but they don't pop on and snap on like they're supposed to because of having these things on there. So can't really use that, but that's no big deal. So overall, I'm happy with the silicone face mask. I think that was like $10 on Amazon, real cheap, and 20 bucks for the little bumper guards, and then of course about $8 for the Polywatch. So if you're going to spend the money on this thing, you're going to have to also get you a few accessories to protect it and to make it feel more comfortable and better. So there you go, guys. I appreciate you watching, and hope you will subscribe and like the video, and comment below on your experience with the Oculus Quest 2. What are your favorite games? I just installed Super Hot, and I am really, really loving this game. It's a really intense game, and really gets the heart rate up, and good cardio workout while you're playing. So check that out if you haven't already done so, and I'll see y'all in the next video.